Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Thanks for joining today. So today I want to talk about airbrushes a little bit. It's going to be a little bit different kind of video. Usually I do painting videos, but this goes along with airbrushing lures, so I figured I'd do a video on airbrushes. So before we get started, I just want to make sure that you guys know that I am in no way, shape, or form affiliated with any of these airbrushes that I'm going to talk about. They're just my opinion solely, and I have no connection to them whatsoever. So that being said, let's go ahead and start in. I'll show you what I am using now. I just got in this Iwata Eclipse, and in my opinion is probably the best airbrush that you can get for painting lures for the money. I've used multiple airbrushes in the past, and this one by far, just the craftsmanship of it and the ease of use with it is just next to none. So go ahead and show you how it's packaged. I'd already taken it out, obviously, because I've used it a little bit. I wanted to use it before I could give you guys a official breakdown of it. So this is how it comes in the package. It comes with your little wrench and a cap for the brush, some lubricating oil. It comes nicely packaged in there, so it can't really get damaged. I'm assuming this is a test to ensure that the airbrush is working before they send it to you. Not really sure. It comes nicely packaged. My most Iwata airbrushes are going to come like this. Based upon the two that I've had, this is how they both came. So I have this Iwata Eclipse hooked up. I've been using it a little bit. Really like it. Basically, I'm just going to kind of compare that with the Iwata Neo, which is about half the price of the Eclipse. And then I can talk about the Master Series airbrushes from Amazon. That's actually where I originally started from. And just kind of compare them and see how they stand. So right off the bat, after taking the Eclipse out of the box, I noticed that it is significantly more robust than any of the other airbrushes that I've used. Cheaper ones from Amazon, and even the Iwata Neo. It seems much better built. It's significantly heavier than the Neo, but upon further inspection, honestly, it looks like it's fairly similar. The internals are fairly similar. They're just built a little bit more robust, I guess would be the correct term. The Neo does have a bowl that you can take off for the paint. I do like that feature of the Neo, and the Eclipse doesn't have that, unfortunately. But I think the Eclipse bowl might be a little bit bigger, actually. I could be wrong on that, but I did notice that the trigger on the Eclipse is a lot more sensitive and user-friendly, I guess. Not necessarily user-friendly, but the user is able to control it much better than with the Neo, as far as the air pressure goes. So if I have my compressor all the way up on my Eclipse, I can push, and I can actually control, based upon how hard I push, how much air I want to spray on this trigger. So that's one difference that I noticed right off the bat with the Eclipse. Whereas with the Neo, it has a lot more take-up on the trigger than the Eclipse does. And you also don't have that control necessarily that you do with the Eclipse. And in no means is the Neo bad, but I did notice that the Eclipse does have a little bit better system for that. And it could be possibly that I've been using the Neo for a while and it's more worn out than the Eclipse. It could be as simple as that, but I did notice that. That was the first impression right out of the box. As far as size, they're basically the same size airbrush. They work exactly the same. A lot of the internals are very similar, I noticed, taking them down and cleaning them. But I did notice that the Eclipse, just working with it and spraying with it, it feels like you have more control of your paint spray than you do with the Neo and any of the cheaper Amazon airbrushes. So I have both these airbrushes here, so I figured I'd take and I'll put a couple drops of this opaque black in the chamber, and then I'll do the same with the Neo. They're both on full pressure, and I'll give you kind of an example of what you can do with them and how they compare when they're spraying. So this is the Eclipse, so we're going to go ahead and spray with that. So that was the Eclipse. It is a little clogged up right now because I have been using it. The Neo is completely clean, so maybe it's not a fair test, but I just wanted to show you guys what the Neo and the Eclipse are in a comparison. So go ahead and do the same thing with the Neo now. And I do have my PSI up. It's about 50 PSI, 48, 50 PSI. So. Okay, so that is the Neo side-by-side comparison, and obviously having a clean brush is going to make the biggest difference. So either one of these brushes really are good for painting lures and what we're doing here, but I do really like the control of the Eclipse that you have. And I guess it could be personal preference as well, but I do really prefer the control. And it just seems to be a smoother airbrush overall than any of the cheaper Amazon ones I've tried or the Iwata Neo. So that being said, I hope you guys found this video useful. If you're looking at a Iwata airbrush, I highly recommend the Iwata ones, whether it be a Neo or an Eclipse over any of the cheaper airbrushes. But I do understand that there is an expense involved with getting a higher quality airbrush, so take that into consideration, obviously. So that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it's useful when you're trying to choose an airbrush for painting lures. If you guys are looking to purchase an airbrush, Barlow's Tackle I found. I'm an affiliate with Barlow's Tackle. They have a good supply of the Iwata Eclipse and the Neos on there. Go down below in the link below, check them out. Use code DHBaits at checkout if you do decide to buy one, and it just lets them know that I sent you, and it really helps support the channel. So without further ado, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.